Walmart has more than 4,600 stores in the U.S. It's also the biggest private employer in the country with 1.6 million workers.
Walmart announced Thursday they would begin passing on rising costs to shoppers at the end of this month.
End quote of higher tariffs. The comments come after the retail giant said this week that it would raise prices because of Trump's tariffs being too high.
Today, President Donald Trump told Walmart to, quote, eat the cost of rising tariffs so they can keep prices low for consumers.
Nobody expected this. Walmart's CEO just explained why they're automating like crazy and raising prices at the same time. We'll break down how tariffs squeezed their margins and left communities questioning their future. The hidden details, they'll leave you shocked. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. What if I told you the price of your bananas, avocados, and even baby strollers jumped because of, well, some tweets and a trade war? It seems ridiculous, but Trump's tariffs on Chinese imports hit way closer to home than anyone anticipated. When the tariffs were first rolled out, the administration framed them as a blow to China, an economic checkmate. But in reality, American companies like Walmart were left footing the bill. Or, more accurately, we were. Here's the deal. Tariffs are essentially taxes on imports.
Telling Walmart that the company should, I'm quoting now, eat the cost, end quote, of higher tariffs. The comments come after the retail giant said this week that it would raise prices because of Trump's tariffs being too high.
Between Walmart and China, they should, quote, eat the tariffs.
And someone has to cough up that money. Trump once floated the idea that corporations like Walmart could just absorb these costs without passing them down to you. But let's be honest, when has a large company just eaten a loss for fun? Walmart operates on razor-thin profit margins, a business model that doesn't leave much wiggle room for goodwill charity donations in the form of cheaper bananas. Instead, Walmart did what any company would do. They raised prices on everyday goods to stay afloat. Let's dig into just how that played out. Bananas, often imported from Central and South America, still felt an indirect squeeze because the tariffs touched everything from the packaging materials, like Chinese-made shrink wrap, to the machinery that sorts and packs them. Avocados? Same story. They're perishable and not exactly patient. Tariffs on parts for transit equipment meant higher shipping costs, and those get baked into the avocado price tag. Baby strollers, amazingly, became Exhibit A. Many parts are made in China, so with tariffs slapped on key components, parents suddenly found themselves shelling out way more just to transport their newborns in style. Economists were waving the red flag from the start, calling these tariffs a hidden tax on American citizens. Walmart's leadership also didn't sugarcoat it. They were transparent about price hikes, which, frankly, surprised a lot of people.
Today, President Donald Trump told Walmart to, quote, eat the cost of rising tariffs so they can keep prices low for consumers.
Walmart has more than 4,600 stores in the U.S. It's also the biggest private employer in the country with 1.6 million workers. Several countries that supply Walmart include China, and they're facing tariffs between 10 and 30% right now.
You'd expect them to downplay it or spin it, but no. They essentially said, yep, prices are going up and here's why. Refreshing? Sure. But it also put a spotlight on something bigger. This wasn't corporate greed at work, it was basic survival. Here's the twist. This skyrocketing cost of simple goods sparked a deeper conversation about reforming operations. After all, companies like Walmart aren't just going to roll over. They're adapting in ways that could change the landscape of American retail. One word, automation. And this, folks, is where the story takes a turn for the surreal. Imagine walking into Walmart and seeing a robot glide past you, scanning shelves with a precision your old store manager could only dream of. Sounds futuristic, right? Well, that future is already here, and it's not just about showing off shiny new tech. It's Walmart's answer to a growing financial mess. Between rising import costs from tariffs and the pressure to keep prices low, Walmart has turned to automation, big time. It's not some sci-fi movie plot. It's basic math. Machines don't need paychecks, health insurance, or lunch breaks. But while the robots are beeping and buzzing, your neighbor might be home, wondering why their shift got cut. Let's break it down. Tariffs didn't just affect the stuff on the shelves, they also hit the behind-the-scenes operations that keep Walmart running. When shipping routes became pricier and imported goods got slapped with extra costs, Walmart had to find a way to stay competitive. Enter the robots. In the warehouses, they're packing goods faster than any human could dream of. AI systems are rerouting products around high tariff ports and finding shortcuts that save Walmart millions. Fiberglass containers from tax-free origins are replacing more expensive materials. Walmart made it crystal clear, either adapt or sink. And let's be honest, they didn't pour money into these machines out of curiosity. It's a cold, calculated strategy to save their bottom line. But what does that mean for the actual people who rely on Walmart for jobs?
But they didn't specify by how much. President Trump posted on social media that Walmart announced Thursday they would begin passing on rising costs to shoppers at the end of this month.
Walmart will figure it out. Companies like Amazon will figure it out. It's some of those other retailers that are really going to struggle. But even an efficient giant like Walmart has a very difficult time absorbing these tariffs.
Especially in small towns or suburbs where the store is a lifeline. Fewer employees are being asked to do more with their shifts, while some are finding those shifts are disappearing altogether. It's not just the big superstores feeling it either. Small suppliers, those local companies that make or deliver goods, are drowning in a pool of scrap deals and shrinking demand. Some of them couldn't keep up when Walmart shifted purchasing to automated supply chains. If robots are packing boxes and algorithms are managing stock, who needs good old Joe from trucking to drop off the inventory? Of course, Walmart has its own spin on this. They're saying automation is evolving jobs, not taking them away. But let's not sugarcoat this. When people lose hours, benefits, or jobs entirely, no amount of corporate jargon fills that paycheck gap. The bigger question isn't even about Walmart anymore. It's about how many other companies will follow this playbook. Because if this is the strategy now, what's next for American jobs when machines keep winning? Walmart isn't packing up and leaving America, but let's not pretend it's business as usual. Instead, it's leaving behind the America we used to know. The one where there were plenty of jobs and prices didn't feel like highway robbery. Thanks to tariffs and the push toward automation, the retail giant is reshaping everyday life in ways that are unlocking a future many people didn't ask for. So, if these tariffs are here to stay, what's the plan for the people left on the sidelines? A few extra robots might save money, but they won't rebuild communities. Is this really progress?